Alright guys, this is going to be a video that I'm doing for one of my viewers, Jad Rayan, at JADRAYAN. He sent me a question. I have a 2015 Kenworth T660 with the Cummins ISX. It's throwing fault code 1209. Code is, he changed the sensor. 1,200 miles later, the same code came back on again. What could be causing that? So, for some reason, my quick serve isn't working in here. I could go get my laptop from out in the truck, but I did a search on Google just because it usually has the fault code troubleshooting steps. Step number 1 is going to be check for primary fault codes. If you have DPF differential pressure sensor codes, if your EGR, or not DPF, but EGR differential pressure codes, or if your EGR is sticking partially open, that'll throw off your exhaust gas pressure, which the actual description of the code is exhaust gas pressure 1, data erratic, intermittent, or incorrect. So what could cause that? You could have a harness issue. More than likely, you've got something else going on with your exhaust system. You got your VGT that's sticking open, not closing all the way, or you have your EGR that is staying partially open or not opening enough whenever it's requested to. You could also have excessive back pressure due to your DPF being clogged or ash loaded, not soot loaded, but ash loaded. What I would do is I would hook up Insight, check for other codes, because usually you can get, one code can cause 5, 6, 7 different codes to pop up, and I wouldn't necessarily start with the exhaust gas pressure sensor. I mean, I'd pull the tube off and make sure it's cleaned out, but you've got something else that's sending back pressure into your exhaust system, or releasing pressure from your exhaust system. Now, the intermittent, incorrect, data erratic, intermittent, or incorrect, that's not necessarily saying that you have a voltage issue, but it could be a voltage code. It wouldn't hurt to go ahead and disconnect the plug, check your voltage, make sure you got the 5-volt reference from the ECM, of course, then shut the truck down and pin it and make sure you've got full continuity from the ECM back to your sensor itself. It does say on here to do a VGT hysteresis check. So that's where I would start. I mean, that was weird. My GoPro shut down on me. Yeah, what I would do is, first step, check for other codes. If you have VGT codes, you have DPF codes, you have EGR codes, I would start with those and start troubleshooting any of those first. If you don't have any of those, go ahead and pull your gas pressure sensor off, do a not a voltage check, but make sure the gas tube is clear. Check your voltage coming from the ECM, check your circuit back and forth, pull your ECM plug off, check it the opposite way. But I would also do your hysteresis test on your turbo. And what that's going to tell you is basically, are you getting a full sweep out of your VGT or your VGT, your variable geometry turbo? And after that, go to Data Monitor Logger in Insight and check your ash accumulation. That's going to be big. If you've got over 75% ash accumulation in your DPF, I would say there's a good chance that you may need to go ahead and drop your DPF, take it, have it baked, and that could solve a lot of your issues. That's where I would start. So if you have any other questions, give me a shout. And if any of you guys out there in the trucking world or engine world or diesel world have any questions, feel free to give me a shout. I'll answer as many as I can. If I can't get to it, I'll try to reply back and say I'm too busy or something, you know. But y'all have a good day.